Hello everybody, this is Kevin, and I'm with Digging Halton. As you know, it's a beautiful spring day. Got out early this morning just to do some scouting more than anything else. I haven't videotaped anything in a while. Last time I was out I forgot my SD card and my camera, so I've kind of done that twice now, but not that I found it much anyway that was of interest. So I missed one of my weekly videos for the first time, but anyway, this is not a job, it's a hobby, so I'm just out to have fun, and hope you guys are patient with me putting up my next video on Digging Halton. But in any event, I'm out in an area today that has history to it. It's part of the Bruce Trail system, and I'm just going to show you some of the features, the landscape features here, which are kind of interesting. This is typical of the rock formations you find in this area, and I'm being silly now because I'm out here by myself and it's not exactly safe, but you can see this crevice that runs right through here between these two rock walls. That's a good 30, maybe 40 feet down, and yeah, I probably wouldn't want to find myself down there, especially this time of day when there's nobody around. This particular crevice goes all the way up, and you just see the kind of forested area that we've got here. It's absolutely gorgeous and nice this time of day when there's nobody else around. But unfortunately, there's not much to dig. I'd have to do some serious rock climbing to get down to a level where there's open field or even dirt in the forest. So now there's rumors that this area was used by smugglers and thieves to hide their loot, and you can easily see why. I'm not sure if this is the particular location known as the Hole in the Wall, but there's a well-known area here called the Hole in the Wall, where even this time of year you can go down there and there's snow that hasn't melted yet because it's so deep and so protected. And today's going to be a scorcher. It's going up to 33 degrees Celsius. That's why I'm getting out earlier, and I'll see if I can get some digging in. So I'll keep you posted. I'll probably go back to the park area and be safe about this instead of being silly. Better to be safe than silly, right? Always. Okay, catch you later. Well, I'm back at the ballpark. The Bruce Trail that I was just at, where I showed you the Hole in the Wall area, is just beyond those trees there. And I got a signal which, as I dug it, more and more it appeared to be deep iron, and that's exactly what it was. You can see the depth of that hole there. I'll put my pinpointer in there to show you. So it's a good 10 or 12 inches down. I think I got you on the there you are. Yeah, it's a good 10 or 12 inches down. And you never know what you're going to find, but this looks like part of an old chain. Certainly one I haven't seen before. It's got that sort of clip on the end of it there, but looks like it's got some age to it. So I'll keep digging, these trash signals until I come up with something that's noteworthy. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Well, I've been out for about an hour now. It's hot digging, and all I've been pulling up is bottle caps and pull tabs. Finally got my first coin signal. Thought, okay, penny's better than nothing. Then pulled up, yes, a penny, but now I gotta find it again. Yeah, it's right here. Turns out it's a 1942 King George. That's a very nice find. So, and it gives me hope that there's other stuff in here as well. But it wasn't down very far, maybe 3 or 4 inches. And it wasn't a crisp signal either. In other words, I'm sure there's probably some rusty nail in there as well, or something along with it. So I wasn't even going to dig it, but did get that high tone 82s. 82 is what it reads on the Garrett AT Pro, so yeah, not a bad find. Okay, I should have live dug this one. It's a, I believe it's a silver coin. You can see the edge of it right there. I haven't even looked at it yet. It's bigger than a dime, bigger than a nickel. It's a quarter. Oh man, how am I going to get any detail off of that without rubbing it? I'm going to gently clean it up. I'll be right back to you. Well, I got my heart racing a little bit there, but cleaned off just the date part, and it's 1982. I mean, it's in a place where old coins could and should be found. It was ringing up in the mid 80s, so yeah, 1982 modern quarter. Well, sometimes you can be disappointed and pleased at the same time. Wasn't sure what that was there in the hole. Sure looks interesting though, doesn't it? It's round, it's got nice color to it. It's fairly large, and I picked it up and thought, boy, that looks like gold. That's what it looks like, but then I saw it's got a shank on it. So I thought, okay, some kind of a pin or a button. Turned it over, and we have Flamborough Hockey Association. So, yeah, I don't know how old that is, but I'll take that home and put it with the rest of the relics. Well, it's a beautiful day here in Halton. Getting out really early in the morning. Gonna meet up with a buddy of mine. Just thought I'd swing my detector a little bit before he got here, and came up with my first coin already. Thought it was a quarter, but turns out to be a loonie. So we're a buck ahead on the day on the board, and yeah, first signal, first target, first coin. Good stuff. Okay, I just got my first significant find of the day. So far up till now, I've been pulling out modern pennies in this schoolyard next to the fairgrounds. There's some history here for sure, but so far just this one interesting coin here. I'll show you. It was right down here, and that's a 1951 Wheatie. So there's some interesting coins here, like older coins. If come up with a dime or a quarter from this area, it would be silver. So there's Mikey over there. He's found a couple of interesting relics so far. We'll catch those on the wrap up. But this is the site where we are today. See, there's some older trees back there, a bit of a forest, and a ball diamond over there. And I'm going to head towards the perimeter of this schoolyard, where I don't think it's ever been dug before. At least I haven't dug it, that's for sure. But it's a hot day, lots of mosquitoes, but we're having fun. So I'll keep you posted on what I find, or what we find. I usually hunt solo, so I forget that there's somebody with me today. But yeah, we'll keep you posted. So under the category of you never know what you're going to find, especially in the schoolyard, it's a dropped bullet, not fired. Looks like a .22 caliber. It was only about 2 inches down. Might have some age to it. Might get a little bit of identification off the bottom there once I clean it up, but believe that's what it is a .22 caliber bullet. Interesting stuff. Okay, I'm going to do a semi-live dig here. I've got a pretty solid 81, 82 signal. You're not going to be able to hear it. I've got my wireless headset on, but let me just get rid of the shovel here. This is kind of... yes, that's a fairly solid signal. So I'll dig the hole and turn the camera back on and be able to see what I got here. Okay, it's in the side of the plug here, fairly close to the surface. So let's dig that out and see what we got. Yeah, see it here now. It's a penny. Surprise, surprise. That's what, 5 pennies I've dug up so far, including that Wheatie. This is looks like second generation Queen Elizabeth, so it's not really old. Probably 1970s, somewhere in there. You might be able to see the date on there better than I can. Actually, it looks like a 1987, if I'm correct. But anyway, yeah, I knew it was, well, I had a pretty good feeling it was a coin just because of the solid 80. Solid 80 I got on the detector, so there it is. So I just checked that hole again, and lo and behold, there's 2 more coins here, 2 more pennies. So nice little penny spill, including an American, but it's a memorial penny, American penny. Not sure the date on it, but it's got to be fairly recent if it's memorial as opposed to a Wheatie. But I'm going to check again and see if there's anything else in that hole. So we're ready to wrap it up here a little bit. Mike's got to get back to the restaurant. If you're ever in Georgetown, drop into Hungry Hollow. It's the best barbecue you'll ever have. We've been there a few times and never leave disappointed, that's for sure. So thanks, Mike. Appreciate your time today.
Thanks, Ken, for having me out.
Yeah, and next time we get out, we'll hit some silver.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Take care. Okay, I'm gonna have to call it quits pretty soon. It's really getting hot out here. It's only like 10 o'clock in the morning, but can't imagine what it's gonna be like this afternoon. But anyway, came across my first other than penny signal, and it's been yeah, well, it's been a penny kind of day, but I knew this was old as soon as I saw it, because I saw the obverse side first, and it's got first generation Queen Elizabeth, which means it's sometime between 1953 and when did the second portrait of her come out? I can't remember, but it is a 1960, 1960 something. You can probably see it there better than I can. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up now. Just sweating like crazy here. So good find though, happy with that. Okay, you detectorists out there, you know how you're always saying just one more hole, just one more hole, one more target. Well, I decided to go for one more target. I got something interesting here. Don't quite know what it is yet. It looks like a token, but I'll turn you around here and show you. So, it's smaller than a loonie, bigger than a quarter. On one side it says 25 cents. I can make that much out. Clean it off a bit better here. 25 cents. I think I see the word pizza on there. Is that pizza or? Not sure what that is. Huh. Interesting though. 20. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it a little closer and let you know. Interesting find though. Okay, I know what it is. It's a Chuck E. Cheese play token. 25 cents in play money. The funny thing, it says on the back, it says, "In pizza we trust." So interesting relic. It's also got the year on it, 1982. So a pretty interesting find. I'm happy with that. Don't come across these very often. Makes a nice change from the modern pennies. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it now for the day. Okay, just after I dug that token, a cool breeze came along. So I thought, okay, it's tolerable. I'll dig a few more holes, and glad I did. I don't know what this is yet, but it's huge, it's round, it's metal, and it's got some writing on it. No idea what it is. But I'm going to clean it off and show you. It looks like a building there. It's probably some medallion or token of some kind. I'll check it out and let you know. Okay, what we got here is an Oktoberfest dollar from Kitchener-Waterloo. They have a big Oktoberfest celebration every year, and that's exactly what this is a dollar value token from that location. It's probably 1980s, I think. I think I saw in there somewhere. But yeah, interesting find. It's really large. Yeah, very cool find. Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Digging Halton. It's been a couple weeks since I've posted any videos, so there's a lot to go through on this one. 2 weeks of digging. The weather has turned really, really warm, and can't get out really for very much at a time, just because it's so hot in the afternoons, and I'm usually busy in the mornings. So let's get started. I'll show you the finds that I got this week. Pay no attention to all these coins over there. I'm sorting through my collection, and that's part of it. I'm going to do a special video on my collection once I get things sorted out there. But anyhow, look at the coins we found this week. I'll start with the spendables first. I got $9.15 added to last session's total, and we come up with $66.05. So yeah, a toonie, 5 loonies, 7 quarters, 2 nickels, 3 dimes. I've got all these pennies here, 63 of them to be exact, not counting the special ones, and I'll get to them now. So 63 pennies. This is my special coins right here. An older Canadian nickel, 1964. I'm not sure if I have that one in my collection yet, so I'll check and pop that one in there. I got a couple of Wheatie pennies, US Wheaties, one from 1951 and one from 1964, I believe. So a couple of Wheaties there. 5 older Canadian pennies, not really tremendously old, but 1940s to 1950s. And on to my my keepers, let's say. I found this big hunk of glass. Like, that is huge. Look how thick that is. Off the bottom of a bottle, I believe, or some jar of some kind. Wish I knew what that came from, but there's no writing on it or anything, but very attractive color. Be nice to get a whole bottle like that. Then we got this big chunk of iron here. What I'm going to do is I've got a little electrolysis kit that I'm going to drop this into and see if I can't get some of that rust off and see if that kit really works. I got it for like at a yard sale for a couple dollars, so we'll see if that works. And on to the other keepers here, probably the more important ones this week. Just going to sit down here. I got this pocket medallion here. It's got the Lord's Prayer on one side and John 3:16 on the other side. It's aluminum. Found that behind what used to be the hotel in Limehouse. I got permission to dig there, and wasn't much there. I was surprised, but I haven't done the lower part yet, which is where the older dirt is. And then when I was out today with Mikey, after he packed it in and went to work, I came up with this medallion, this token here. It's worth $1, expired October 31st, 1980, however. That's for the Oktoberfest festival in Kitchener-Waterloo. So that was an interesting find. Some of these were made in silver. The others are nickel-plated steel. And one of the few ways you can really tell that this is not the silver variety is that it sticks to a magnet, whereas silver wouldn't. So check that out as soon as I found out that there were, I think, 50 of them made in silver. But that's the steel version, plated with nickel. Found another interesting token today as well. This is from Chuck E. Cheese restaurants, and it's worth 25 cents. and for gameplay in their vending machines. So that was pretty cool. Found this I guess insignia here from Flamborough Hockey Association. I found an old bullet that was dropped, and sure enough, when I was cleaning it off, I broke it. I glued it back together, but it's not the same. And I really hate damaging history like that, but it was an entire bullet. You can see it's lead. It's got 3 rings around the top part, the projectile part. Oops, and couldn't get anything off the bottom of it. So if there was ever anything on there, it's not there now. So yeah, a dropped bullet. Got a half of a heart here, or part of a heart. I don't know if it attached to something. It probably did at one point. It's got a hole there for a chain, but it's only aluminum. And there's no writing on it, which is kind of surprising. So yeah, I find a lot of hearts. This is a very interesting key here. Not that old, but yeah, you can read what it says on there. I don't have my glasses on at the moment, but I thought that was kind of cool. Well, let me just give you another view of this side. I moved that pretty quick. It just says security on that side. And some old cars. Now, the interesting thing about these cars is that when my second son Matt was young, we lived in that area of the old hotel in Limehouse, and he used to play in that yard with his cars all the time. So it could be that one or more of these are his long lost toys. So I'll share this video with him and see if he recognizes any of them. But they're pretty cool, mostly from the late 70s, early 80s, which is when we lived there. So very cool. So that's the wrap up for this week, folks. And I hope to be getting out with Mike again in the coming days. I've got a great permission at an old church in Glen Williams. There used to be a mill pond right beside this church, and they've got probably about an acre of grass between the pastor's house and the river. So that should be old dirt, as I like to say, and it should make for some interesting digging and some historical finds, hopefully. So thanks for tuning in this week, and appreciate your support. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and if you click on the bell there on the subscribe page, you'll get a notification every time I post a new video. So thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you again soon.